Let me tell you about two people. Both invested around 50 lakhs in Indian real estate in 2015. One of them has made 2.5 CR, 5x his money. The other one has made 1.2x his money. That means he's made it 60 lakhs. After 10 long years, just 60 lakhs, merely beating inflation. Same Indian market, same time frame, same starting capital. Then what went wrong for the investor too? He made the same mistake that 80% of the Indian real estate investors make. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of you watching this video are probably making the same mistake right now. In the next 5 minutes, I'll show you what that mistake actually is, backed by data by prominent research firms. Plus, I'll give you a 4-question framework that the top 1% investors use before they sign anything. Here's the mistake. Most Indian investors treat real estate as a single emotional purchase, not a strategic asset allocation. They buy one flat in their city, in a neighborhood where they are comfortable in a place maybe where their parents live, or maybe where their office is. They call it investing in real estate. It's not. It's actually buying a home. And there's nothing wrong in actually buying a home. Let me be very clear. I'm not against buying a home. But investing and buying a home are two separate things. Here's a simple difference between investing and home buying. One builds wealth and one builds a nice place to live in. According to Business Research 2025, top 1% real estate investors in India follow just one formula. Product plus timing plus zone plus brand plus exit path is equal to ROI. Remove any single variable and the returns collapse. Let me tell you how costly this mistake can be in actual numbers. A 2024 analysis of top 30 tier 2 cities in India shows Agra 94% appreciation in 4 years, Goa 90% appreciation, Ludhiana 89% appreciation, Indore 72% appreciation, Chandigarh Mohali 70% appreciation in the last 4 years. Meanwhile, a 2 BHK in an already established, crowded, Tier 1 city micro market gave returns between 25 to 35%. Same country, same time frame, but the gap in return is 3 to 4 times. The investor who bought in the right zone with the infrastructure momentum made 90% plus returns, while the investor who went with his city, a place he knows or she knows better, made only 25%. According to a Knight Frank India study, poor investment decisions such as wrong timing, wrong location, wrong asset type allocation causes a capital erosion of 25 to 30% for an Indian investor. Let that sink in. 1 in 4 rupees you invest in the wrong property, gone. Not lost to a market crash, lost to a decision you made before even signing the papers. This mistake we have been talking about generally shows up in 3 patterns. I want you to see yourself in one of them because awareness is where the change starts, and I want you to be smart enough before making any decision. Pattern 1, the hometown buyer. Now, for illustrative purposes, let's take an example of an NRI IT professional who bought a flat in Nasik, Pune in 2018. So, 7 to 8 years back for 1.2 CR. Now, sitting in 2026, the flat's price is rupees 1.15 CR, below the purchase price. Plus, he has spent close to 7-8 lakhs in the maintenance. Meanwhile, if he would have invested in Pune's Hinjewadi, the same 1.2 CR would have been 2.2 CR today. Same city, same time frame, but different zone. That resulted in nearly a 2x difference in returns for this guy. Pattern 2 is the safe zone buyer. I'll only buy in a place I'm comfortable with. Probably a Kormangla in Bangalore or Powai in Mumbai. I know the place, it's safe, it's established. Here's the problem. Safe means already priced in. That means you're not going to get huge or humongous returns from that very particular place. You'll be missing out on the returns in probably an alternative growing corridor in other part of India. Pattern 3, single asset buyer. I have one property, that's my real estate. This is concentration risk at its worst. One property, one city, one zone. If the market stalls, your entire wealth is going to get impaired. For example, in Chennai 2021, investors with concentrated bets in certain projects lost around 50 crores when a court ordered demolition of an illegally constructed building. I know you may be aware of many such examples in and around your city. Instead, capture multiple upside cycles simultaneously. Coming back to what did that investor who made 5x the money do differently? They asked 4 questions. 4 questions before they sign anything. I mean anything. The very first question is the infrastructure arriving or already arrived? The money is made when you invest at step 1, before the metro arrives, before the expressway is constructed, before the airport is announced. You need to get in before the infrastructure actually arrives. Second question is, are jobs following the infrastructure? Infrastructure alone cannot sustain the real estate. Find where GCCs are opening, manufacturing corridors are getting built, find where young professionals are moving. Third question is this an investment or a home? Let's be very honest. If it's a home, it's for your lifestyle, it's for your security, forget about investment. But if it's your investment, remove the emotional quotient out of it, because an asset you love will rarely give you 5x. Question 4 is, where is my exit? Before you actually sign the papers, you should know who is your potential future buyer. 4, 5, 7 years down the line, you should be knowing who will buy that home from you without even reducing the price. If you don't know it, if you don't have the answer, don't buy. If you can't answer all of these 4 questions, do not invest. Walk away. You'll always find plenty more opportunities in this huge country where you can alternatively invest. Let me come back to the 2 investors I talked about in the start. Investor who made 5x the money actually invested in Pune's Hinjewadi in 2015. He saw the GCCs coming, he saw the infrastructure coming, he placed the right bet. Whereas the other investor, having invested in his hometown where growth probably might not have been considered, end up with just rupees 60 lakhs after 10 years. The difference wasn't luck. It was the 4 questions investor 1 asked before he signed any paper. From next video onwards, we'll be talking about the growth corridors in India, where you can apply the same framework which we talked about today and start thinking as an investor, not a buyer. See you next time. Thank you.